years is Fat Joe can't use the N-word. And I'm like, well, Fat Joe they've been saying that since the 90s. Like, why?
It's in the book. No, fuck the 90s. I was born. First of all, my projects is 90%. I'll give you 80% black.
Yo, what's happening? It's your man OG Bo Beast TV. Coming to you another special video. What's good? What's happening YouTube? It's your man OG Bo Beast, and I'm back with another video for you today. So today I want to talk about and give y'all my reaction to last night's BET Hip Hop Awards. It went down. You know what I'm saying? Fat Joe was the host. A lot of performances, a lot of things going on in the show that I think, need to be discussed, or maybe, just get an opinion about. So we're going to talk about all of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to try to make it quick. I don't want to make a super long video. So, hey, make sure you like the video. You know what I'm saying? Like it now, like it during the middle, like it at the end. Subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to help the channel grow. And, yeah, we're going to get right into it, man. It's your man, OG Bo Beats. Let's get right into it. All right, boom. So, last night, man, BET Hip Hop Awards. Fat Joe was the host, man. Fat Joe been in the news a lot for a couple different things. You know what I'm saying? A couple months ago, he was in the news for saying that Latino and Spanish brothers, basically, pioneers of hip hop and started hip hop and been there from the beginning. And then there was some controversial, rebuttals from some of the hip hop pioneers saying basically back in the day, Latino brothers used to call hip hop music jungle music, and they wasn't with it at first, and all this, that, and the third. So I said, hey, it is what it is. Joe from the Bronx, the hip hop was birthed in the Bronx, so I'm sure he feels a certain way about stuff like that, and I'm sure he feel like he's been around since forever, growing up in the Bronx. So I think that's just a perspective thing. It is what it is, man. We can all work together and live together, and make this hip hop thing successful. As long as we're working together, I think it should be good to go. Now, next up is a topic that's actually came up several times dealing with Fat Joe and other artists, but Fat Joe probably the biggest, so he probably get the most controversy dealing with it, is the use of the N-word for Latino and Hispanic rappers. So again, Fat Joe from the Bronx, he said he grew up in the projects, 80-90% African American. He said they've been calling him the N-word since he was a little boy, so it's second nature. It's not even second nature to him. It's natural to him. So it is what it is. He said that nobody's going to pressure him to stop using the word. But
no one's going to pressure Fat Joe into feeling or saying anything that he loves or he believes in. No one's ever going to do that. You get one life, and ain't nobody going to try to tell me what to say, tell me what to do, tell me what to think. I mean, do I look like a racist?
He also said that he's definitely trying not to use the word, but it's a natural thing, so he doesn't really try to use the word. So I understand that. So it's some controversy behind it. Let me know how y'all think about that in the comments, man. Fat Joe is what we consider probably a white Hispanic Latino, because we usually classify Latinos by skin color. It's like Hispanic, and then you either white Hispanic or black Hispanic. Fat Joe got green eyes, he got straight hair, if he let his hair grow out or whatever. But it's a lot of Latino brothers that's dark skinned, darker than me. The Cubans, the Dominicans, Puerto Ricans. So, it's one of those things where it's kind of up in the air, man, because how can Latino brothers over here be called this, but then, this brother over here not? I get that. The bottom line is nobody probably should be using the word, but I know that's not realistic because people are going to use the word. It's going to continue to be used in music. I think the problem arises when certain people that we don't respect or want to give a pass to overall use the word. I'm going to give you an example. For me, it'll be somebody like 6ix9ine, the rapper 6ix9ine. And even before his controversy with the snitching and all that, I really didn't like his music. And I always thought he was just super extra, super clout chasing. And, he's another white Latino. I think he's Mexican and Puerto Rican. And, straight hair. He just didn't, to me, it wasn't a good representation. So I'm a little biased on that because I like Fat Joe and I understand where he's coming from, but I still think it's a hard one to really give a direct answer to. You know, the direct answer should be nobody should be using the word, but you know, it is what it is. I don't think it's gonna just be fixed like that, so it's gonna always be a little controversy behind it. So let me know what y'all think about that in the comments. The next thing I want to talk about real quick is BET has something last night called the Hip Hop Platform Awards. I don't know if it's new, because I don't remember last year's awards too much, but Hip Hop Platform Awards, and it's a dope category because we know podcasting and platforms is the big thing right now. So they had people in the category. I'm gonna give you some of the names that I remember. It was $1 Million Worth of Game, it was Drink Champs, it was Versus, it was Hip Hop DX, and then it was the show, the podcast Caress Your Please with with old girl from the City Girls, right? The one that was dating Diddy. What's her name? I'm tripping right now. But so yeah, they had that, and I don't know what was going on. I actually had to rewind it and check it out. But they gave out 2 awards. So the first award they announced was to the Caress Your Please, and I was kind of like, wow, that's a little odd. You know, she beat out $1 Million Worth of Game and Drink Champs. So I was like, that's very odd, you know? And so I was sitting there watching it with my wife, and she said, oh no, that's a popular show, woo-de-woo-de-woo. And I'm looking at her like, yeah, I get that, but, you know, I'm really in tune with what's going on, you know, out here in the hip-hop world and on YouTube. And that show, that's pretty new. You know, like, I've seen the show on YouTube. I never clicked on that. For me, it's just not something I was interested in, probably just because I'm a male. And, you know, but that necessarily not true. Like, I actually don't like Young Miami. Her voice is a little annoying to me. I'm going to be honest. I just didn't, you know, I'm not interested in the show. But it's dope. It's on Revolt. And I noticed something about Young Miami. And this is my theory, right? We all know she was dating Diddy, right? That's been on and off. And it seemed like ever since she been dating Diddy, she kind of been switching up. Like you haven't gotten any music from the City Girls. It's like she dated Diddy and he put her on another level. City Girls was on a thought level. Let's just keep it real. The twerking, the dancing, the talking about getting a check from the guy and what, you know, all of that. And that's cool. I'm not knocking that because men in hip hop been doing, you know, talking about ladies for years. You know what I'm saying? Like that, in that light. But she got with Diddy and she seemed to change it up. That's just my opinion on the outside looking in. And then, so check it out. Then you hear a couple weeks ago about she saying she retiring from rap, right? Now she got the show showing her in a, you know, and she took the Young Miami name away. She calling herself her first name, which is Caresha or whatever, right? And then last week she had a viral tweet saying she wanted to be the first Black Oprah. And a lot of people took a disliking to that. And it was just some viral stuff the way I look at it, you know. So it's kind of like, yeah, I think she's setting herself up to be bigger than a rap star, which is what she should do. But I think Diddy got some influence in that. That's my personal thought. And I think Diddy got some influence in the BET Hip Hop Awards. He was the Lifetime Achievement or the Icon last year. And we know Diddy got a lot of pull. So she wins the award. She wasn't there. Then they give another award in the same setting, same category to Drink Champs, who should have won the award anyway. Then, you know, I'm thinking to myself, she beat out $1 Million Worth of Game. Like, how is that even possible? So it was some controversy behind that, man. I don't think that was right? Later on in the show, then you see King Combs performing his hit song. That's, to me, only a hit because he got Kodak Black on the song. Kodak Black on the hook. Kodak Black got a verse. And Kodak Black is popping. He's a good rapper. King Combs is a Diddy clone. He doing this thing, but, you know, and he's always going to get that title. He looked just like Diddy. And, you know, he Diddy 2.0. But it's like you can tell Diddy has some influence on what's going on. Let me know what y'all think about that in the comments. I just thought that was a little weird, you know what I'm saying? And then we had the Loud Records tribute, which was cool. You know, they brought out Steve Rifkin. They brought out Steve Ripken, and then he like basically his roster of people over the years performed like a verse or two from some songs. It was dope. You know, Wu-Tang was in the building. They had to do their thing. It was Mobb Deep, Dead Prez. It was a lot of artists, man. It was a lot of artists. So I like that. Hopefully that's something that they start doing. You know, in the years to upcoming for this show, is like maybe highlight a record label and like let the roster come out and do that and get them their flowers. I think that was dope. You know what I'm saying? I think that was dope. They had the rap battle, right? The rap battle. Last year, I don't know. I remember it a little bit. I remember the year when you know, a bunch of the battle rappers came out and, you know, they were just really spitting. I like that better than the actual battle. You know what I'm saying? That was dope. Just let the battle rappers come out. One year was like Arsenal, DNA, Murder Mook came out. He had that iconic verse where he was talking about Drake and all of that. So they did an actual battle with URL, with Smack. It was DNA versus K-Shine. They only got 90 seconds. And it just wasn't hitting to me. Like, I don't know what it was. DNA had some bars, but like they wasn't in their element. So I felt like they was rushing, especially K-Shine. He was doing too much and it wasn't making sense. He had a couple of hard bars that people caught, but a lot of the bars people just didn't catch because he was rushing. He seemed a little out of whack, and he ended up losing the battle. You know what I'm saying? DNA flow was just better, smoother. That's all it was. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to both of them in the battle rap. Then they had the cypher as usual. Nothing too great about the cypher. A lot of time the cypher seemed like it's a little offbeat to me. Sauce Walker did his thing. You know, he was the most probably known person in the cypher to me. So, you know, it's up and coming rappers. It's hard to even really catch the flow. Like, it's like they rapping off beats they probably shouldn't rap off of in the cypher. That's how I look at it, some of them. So some of the cypher battle raps was a little off. Overall, though, I think the show was dope. Fat Joe did a good job hosting. A lot of dope performances. Like I said, I like the Kodak performance, man. I would have liked to see more of the new rappers. You know, we always talk about giving the older rappers their flowers. And Trina was the hip-hop icon for last night's show, so that's dope. They didn't really do a performance or nothing with her. She just kind of came on at the end and accepted the award. I don't know if that was, you know, her decision or what, but, you know, I'm glad they're giving their flowers. I just would have liked to see more new rappers perform. You know, you got... and I know they maybe performed before. G Herbo just dropped the album. Future is always good. You know, it's a lot of ways they could have went. NBA Youngboy, you know. So they had Fabio Foreign and Lil TJ perform at the end. That performance was a little weird to me. But it is what it is, man. Overall, it was a dope show. You know, something to watch. You know, but let me know how y'all feel about the little controversy with Fat Joe. And really let me know how y'all feel about the Caresha Please show beating out $1 million worth of game. I don't understand that one really. I need some explanation. You know what I'm saying? I think Diddy has something to do with all of that. But it is what it is, man. But yeah, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, man. It's your man OG Bo Beats. Holla at your boy. I'm out. Peace.